I got a second. Is our intro already playing? Oh, okay. I can see it on the screen.
It's over here.
Made it. That looks really good, dude. You so awesome.
I'm getting better, y'all.
You are
That's my
awesome.
favorite one.
A little bit. And 5, 4, and we up. We're back with another bang. Oh, I do love it. I love it.
What up?
I love it.
What's going on? What's going on, good people? I'm the Beast.
And I'm Blaq.
Hey,
And we're back.
yeah, we changed up the feng shui a little bit. Nice and cozy in here. Real nice and cozy. Good to be back.
Feels warm.
This is my first time seeing my sis. How was your week?
It was great.
It was great.
Yeah, I missed you this week.
Cool.
You got a
Yeah.
new tattoo. What's this?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I know what it is.
I
You
hope
just don't
you
know
know.
what it is.
I love it.
Yeah, but yeah, we vibing today. What's the topic? What's going on?
Man, we're talking about being a preference of your attraction to single parents or single individuals. Where did this topic come from, you guys? Where do you think this come from?
I don't even know.
Okay.
But I'm trying to figure out, like, for my people, and y'all chime in, y'all like, share, keep us rolling. We're gonna get deep in this thing today. So, what's your preference? Would you prefer? What's more attractive? I guess I'll say, a single. Let's just flip it with a single father or a single non-father. Or what's your preference? Do you think it's attractive to that a man has kids or not, or vice versa? You know, as far as the man, if he thinks it's attractive when a woman has kids, or does he think that's not attractive, or would he date somebody or marry somebody, or however we want to flip this today? That's where we going with.
Okay. Me personally, no, I don't. I can't say I don't think single parents are attractive, because I have a friend that's definitely drawn to single mothers. So there's people's preference. My preference personally is a single individual, because I don't desire children.
Gotcha.
So because I don't desire children, and you guys will be a package deal regardless. I have to love you to love it, and love it to love you. It's a no for me. Yeah, just all it's an end to the no.
So I'm gonna read this, the caption.
Okay.
Because I think we need to really dive in.
Okay.
It says, what's more attractive when looking for a potential partner? A man/woman with children, or a woman/man that has no children? Is this a non-negotiable for you? Why or why not?
Okay.
Here's where the topic came from.
Okay.
I am a single father of 3. And I was thinking this week, I was like, Dion, what's more attractive to you? I've dated women without. I've dated women with. I don't base them off of an experience. I base them off of what am I more comfortable with. And what I've learned, I'm not going to say that any of them, neither one of them is a no. My preference would probably be dating a woman without. It's not saying that I wouldn't date a woman that did.
Right.
But if you put 2 women in front of me, and one of them had 3 kids and one of them had none, I'm going to take the one with none. Here's the reason why. It has nothing to do with the kids, has nothing to do with the woman.
Mm-hmm.
It has everything to do with those men, those fathers or fatherless. You know what I mean? Like that makes a difference with a man. I don't have a problem with kids. I love kids. That's anybody that knows Dion loves kids. I take care of kids that don't belong to me and whatever. I take anybody kids.
Right.
But if I gotta deal with the dude, it's a no for me. Because I'm not in the, if like for an example, if I'm dating an individual and we've been dating, let's just say 2 years. She has 2 kids, and I ain't seen this man in 2 years we've been dating.
Right.
But now we're in the streets talking, and he done got wind that she with me and she happy. Now all of a sudden he want to come be father of the year. I can't rock with that. I can't rock with that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he doesn't have a right to come be a father to his kids.
Right. Can't make it a competition.
But I am, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I also have another issue. I have another issue of when it comes to being with a woman with kids. If we're serious and I am the only father that they see, when it's time to discipline them and you're not allowing me to, I got a whole nother problem. So there's other things that I think about personally.
It's like if you're able to be the man in this here relationship.
If you will allow me to be the man and be whatever it is that you need me to be to support you and your children, I'm all for it. Yeah. But don't do it when it's cool. So yeah, I want Dion around when he paying the bills, he taking me and the kids here, there, and everywhere. But then when it's time to discipline them, it's like, no, fall back. Or it's like, oh, I'm good with him being around and doing this, that, and the third. But then when, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to whenever they father feels like, quote unquote, coming in, then I got to take a back seat. Yeah. If he's there from the jump, that's not my issue. So people, I am not talking about that. Yeah. I'm talking about the inconsistency of a man because he on some, oh, you got somebody, oh, you think he can just come in and take care of my kid? I'm finna come do something about that. That ain't how I fly. And when I check him, he gonna know that's how I don't fly. You know what I'm saying? That I don't fly like that. The question is are you going to allow me to check him? Right. I'm not asking him to flee from his kids, but I am saying, hey, bro, I ain't seen you, bro, in 2 years. Man, this woman been rocking for 2 years. I've been taking care of your kids. This is a man-to-man conversation right here that we talking. I don't need nobody else in this. But what I'm saying is, bro, I ain't got no problem with you come take care of your kids. But be consistent. Be consistent. That's all I'm asking. I want you, if this is what you're going to do, you're going to come pick them up. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. And come do that, bro, and be a man of your word. Because what I'm having to do, because I stay here every night, I got to clean up your shit. If you said that you told this woman, because that's your relationship, I'm not going to jump in that. But if you told her that you was going to come get them on Friday, and then when Friday comes, something and came up, now I got to come play savior to what you've promised your children. Right. You see what I'm saying? So now I don't want to have to keep playing savior, bro. Because if I keep playing savior, then you might as well go and fall back and go where you was. Agree. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those dynamics. It's not that I don't want a woman with kids. It's that if we're serious, we got to lay down some ground rules. Right on. And if you good with those ground rules, then we good. One more thing. I can't date no woman with no badass kids. Yeah. I can't. They need a badass kids. I can't. Like, I'm just not going to do it. Like, my kids are very good, very well mannered, very, very respectable children. They stay in kids' places. If you got a 10-year-old that's acting like they 16, 17, I ain't rocking with that. Because 9 times out of 10, when you got a kid like that, that means you're more so being a friend to them as a parent and not a parent. Yeah. And if me and you rocking like that, I'm going to check you on it. I'm going to call you out on it. And you might not be able to accept the way I check you or where I call you or hold you accountable to how you're raising your kids. Again, there's no blueprint to how we raise our kids, but there is some do's and don'ts. Yeah.
And what if y'all have different parenting styles?
Right. If you letting your kid cuss, that don't fly with me. My kids don't cuss.
Mm-hmm.
At least damn near not in front of me.
Right.
If you letting your kids, you know, if you have a little girl and she 14 and she walking around here with halter tops on and a short skirt, that don't fly with Dion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you got a problem with those things, then we just don't work.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And you could be the best woman for me. But if some parenting skills, if we ain't on the same page with that, that automatically exiles you.
Yeah.
Automatically. You know what I mean?
Should, though, because the kids got to come first.
Exactly. But everybody's rules are different. And I don't want to get into people's parenting. Like, I'm not questioning your parenting. What I am going to be like, we got to be on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
So if we sit down and we have that conversation, then we got to adjust. But if your kid already been doing that and they 14, 15 years old, yeah, like I'm not
stuck in their ways at that point.
So then at this point, yeah. So I'm not gonna put myself in that position to where, we putting ourselves in that spot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with you about your kids. I don't feel like I should have to. DJ, you just cut us. Okay.
I dated a girl with a kid, and it was by far the worst dating experience I've ever had.
Why?
It was just a disconnect between me being a single individual and used to a lifestyle of a single individual, and adjusting to just that a different role. Gotta wake up with the baby, get the baby to school, get the baby from school, get her something to eat, hang out with her till mama get home. Her mama get home, then she still gotta entertain. And it was just a lot of time and energy to it, and me and the baby wasn't the best of friends.
Right.
It just was not a good experience.
And that could have been for various reasons. It might have been your first one. You know what I'm saying? First situation.
Yeah. Another one.
And it also, because you've already had your mind set on that's not really the dynamics that you want, then you didn't go in it with your all into it. You feel what I'm saying? It was more so of, let me try this. Let me see if this will work.
That's exactly what it was. It was definitely a try, but the experience was an eye opener. It was like, one, I don't think I should be able to develop so much hatred for a baby, or dislike for a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And being that I felt like I was capable of genuinely disliking
made you check yourself.
A kid.
Yeah.
No, you don't want no trim.
I'm more so of the I don't think I have a kid that I dislike them, but I do have kids that I've been around where I dislike their ways. And that's a very uncomfortable spot to be in.
Yeah.
And if you can't do anything about it, it's the same way I do anybody's kids. It's like when they're in my care, they're in my care.
Yeah.
Two things need to happen. A, you need to trust that I am an extension of you, talking about the parent. I am an extension of you, and I have just as much as the best interest of your child, just like you do, first and foremost. Second, it just comes with the trust. I train kids all the time. Either they parents gonna trust me, or they not gonna trust me. And if you don't trust me, then don't bring your kid around. Like, even though I provide a service, if you're not sure, then just don't bring your kid around. It's easier that way. You see what I'm saying? Because it has to be a lot of trust that comes in this thing called a relationship on any level when it comes down to somebody's kids. I'll give you a case in point. My daughter went to her first sleepover this weekend. Anybody that knows me knows how I am about my daughter. But who she's with, I have no questions.
Okay.
Been knowing these folks for almost 10 years.
Okay.
I know the husband and the wife, they're like family to me.
Okay.
They are family to me. But it's still my daughter. So even though they're like family to me and I've been around them for over 10 years, almost 10 years. Now my daughter is in the play. Not questioning them and their parenting skills at all. Still my daughter.
Yeah.
There's still hey, call me if you need anything. whatever the case may be.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Just because now my daughter is in the play, and I expect you to take care of my daughter as if it was yours.
I understand that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it. Would she would have went on any other sleepover? Absolutely not. Just so y'all know, that's not happening. But because it's who it is, I never questioned it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, what we got to understand is that it's hard to parent and be in a good relationship. Those are two total separate entities, but they got to come together.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of people say, man, you know, if I'm gonna date you, you gotta be, it's a package deal. All that stuff makes sense. But at the beginning, it ain't no package deal. Because first of all, ain't nobody bringing their kids to the forefront at the beginning. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you I got kids. I don't mean you gonna see them. You feel what I'm saying? So the reality of it is, it's like, okay, I'm dating you and getting to know you, and we're having a good time. At some point in time, the kids got to come into play if I really like you. All right. Okay. But also, not only do the kids come into play if I really like you, their mamas come into play. And that's the issue. A lot of times, you think you can really date me and be with me. I come with a lot. You feel what I'm saying? So you thinking it's just all about me. That's not who it's about. It's about my kids. You know what I'm saying? People can say what they want to say. They say mamas don't matter or daddies don't matter.
You got a village.
Absolutely, they do. That parent matters. That other parent, the opposite of you, matters. Because hypothetically speaking, let's say you dating this woman, or I'm dating this woman. Kids love her, let's just say. But the mama don't like them. She's going to make hell when it comes to my kids and being around that other woman.
Okay.
That's just what it is. Why do they do that? I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of it is she's going to make that hell. Don't have her here. Don't bring her here. She can't. Oh, my kids here. Oh, well, my kids coming over there, and make sure she ain't over there. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of dynamics that happens. I get it and I don't.
That's just out of control, though.
I do. I get it and I don't. I get it because if her reasons are valid, I get it. But if her reasons are just on some, I'm just mad because you with somebody else, then that's not valid.
Right.
So, but it's hard
for you.
It's hard to cipher. It's hard to cipher what her reasons is.
Well, that ain't about the kid.
It might, and it might not.
What that kid finna? What you gonna do?
Let's just say the kid loves it. Oh, let's see. Go back. Let's just say the kid loves it when we're together. But then when the kid goes home, she's telling mama something totally different. You see what I'm saying? So let's just say when we together, me, the chick, and my kids, everything is cool. But then when she go home, or he go home, he might be telling mama, I ain't like the fact she made me eat carrots. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the little things. But then mama ain't thinking about, damn it, she made my kid eat carrots. This is really minute.
Yeah.
She escalates it to a
my baby said he don't like it.
There you go.
No.
So now you got a whole nother issue. So now we got to talk on the phone or in person. Well, who is this, that, such and such and such, blah, 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 blah. Even though you should already have that introduced. But let's just say it didn't. So now you on that level. So now it's on my visitations are now restricted.
Yeah.
Because you dislike this individual. And you really don't even dislike them. You just don't like the fact that my kid came home and said ABC. And this can go both ways. This can go both ways.
That can be reason 112 of why I couldn't be in that situation.
I get it. This is why this conversation sometimes has to be had. A lot of people think I can date a man with kids, or I can date a woman with kids.
You don't know.
It ain't about if you can date
a man with kids
or a woman with kids,
can you understand
can
the
you
whole
understand the dynamics
of me having to co-parent with this parent, co-parent another way with this parent, and date you with the little time that I have left?
Oh, don't get me started on that part.
I mean, it's important.
So here's the thing. You can have, when you're dating a person and the kids are not involved, it's easy. I'm just dating you.
Okay.
But when we make this relationship something, we can put a stamp on it and say, hey, we're together.
Yeah.
Now that person's dynamic has changed because now they think I'm in. I'm thinking that they're thinking that everything that they do or everything that you do now, they're supposed to be included. Stop. You're dating me. I haven't brought my kids into this conclusion, this thing yet. So you're still just dating me. Yes, we are official. Yes, we are an item, but you're still just dating me.
Right. That'll make you a stepmother.
It doesn't make you that.
Yeah.
Exactly. But now you're feeling away. Because now when I have things with my kids, I tell you, hey, stay back. Women, I want y'all to chime in on this. Why is it that that's a big deal for you all?
If
a man,
feel like they don't have a place.
That is what it is.
Right. Well, that's
probably
what the reassurance they're looking for.
I know it, but you also got to understand where that person is coming from. Like they're protecting their children.
From me?
No, from a relationship that
uncertain relationship.
Uncertain.
Okay.
Yes, we're item. Yes, I've decided to make you my girl. Okay, but that's for me. It's still not including my children yet.
They can't be introduced like your friend, because you bring friends around your kids, right? And friends are temporary.
Right, they can be all of that, but because I'm official with you, you're going to think that it's okay to be official over here, and that's still not a thing yet.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's still not a that's still not a green light.
So, what would be the ideal structure for you? Like, what you think? Like for you to be comfortable enough to bring them around your kids, and like, what's that? Like, once you propose?
No, it's just more so of those things that I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching your ways. I'm watching your actions. I'm watching, and I don't think there's never a perfect way. You know what I'm saying? Or never a perfect situation to bring your kids around. But I am saying that at the end of the day, it's more so of it's just a tight situation. It's not saying it won't happen.
There's so many people that got to be comfortable in that environment
and a lot of people just don't care. I've been around the mulberry bush a couple of times, so I know. You know what I mean? Like I know what's important and what's not. And a lot of women do think that they can just, as long as they taking care of you, they should be able to have that access. That's a different type of access that I'm just not going to just give. You feel what I'm saying? And if you're not okay with that, which a lot of them are not, then, don't act like you can handle it. And then when it comes about, then you really can't handle it. And that be the biggest issue. It's like at the beginning, I understand. I respect that you don't want me. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It sounds good. But then 6 months, 8 months pass by. It's like, I'm just trying to figure out, why you haven't introduced me to your kids yet. You feel what I'm saying?
It's more women that find single fathers attractive because they're single mothers. Needing the father for it.
I didn't think about it like that. Go ahead.
Kid, and you like to be a father, so hey, maybe you're okay with a few more. I feel like that will naturally be the thought for a mother looking for. A father.
What about the women that don't have any children, but they're dating a man with children?
They think it's sexy. For the ideal, if I have a baby, he'll be there, he'll be present. But you're not thinking that he got those kids with someone else. So the ideal of him being present for you is likely just like the women that he's no longer with.
No, he can be if
The likelihood
the woman
of
that I'm
you-
dating, she don't have any kids, like, and she decides that she wants to have kids, and let's just say we get down that road, and that I'm the person that she wants to do that with. It's just more so now in my time, at the age that I am,
Will you have more
it's
children?
like, will I have more children?
Yeah.
I want whatever God gives me. But here's the reality. Here's the reality of it is.
God, give you a lot of children.
Here's the reality. The reality of it is that whatever that person is, whoever that person is, that's it. So she's going to have to rock through it all. Because what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to be.
That will blow my mind.
You see what you see what I'm saying though? I'm not going to be single father of 5 or single father of 6, or I'm not going to be that.
That would be crazy.
So I'm going to be a father of 4 or a father of 5, if that was the case.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But I'm not. It won't be a single in front of it. So whomever that person is going to have to understand that, hey,
y'all finna rock this.
We
out.
rocking.
I mean that shit. Yes. If you get stuck with a kid, yes.
I'm just like the women out here. Who wants to be a single mother of 5? You see what I'm saying? Like, who wants to be a single father of 5?
Well, you think it's
Like,
a limit?
I'm just using that for an example, but I don't know a woman out here that enjoys. She can lie and say whatever she want to say. I don't know a single woman out here or a single mother out here that enjoys being a single woman of 3, single woman of 2, single woman of 4. She don't enjoy that.
Then that wasn't the plan.
And that wasn't a plan.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But do you think it's a limit of kids for the attraction? Like, a single father of 2 may look all right. A single father of 6, I don't know, man.
But that's the issue. The issue is that, like,
I
don't even.
Actually, to answer that question, it depends on the money. Because
if he can
father of how many?
9,
and
a 9 or 10, I think.
What's
that man's?
We
ain't counting
right now.
Children.
In this,
real
hold on, but in this topic for today, we're not using celebrities.
Okay.
Because the reality of it is that their life is totally different.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on
that money. A lot of them, out of them 9 kids, he got 5 of those kids just wanting kids by him for money. Let's just be real. Okay, so
I have a client with 9 children. He wants 12, but I think he's avoiding child support.
That's totally.
I think he got a plan.
Well, he ain't avoiding it because you can only be on child support for 4. Anything after that, them other ones ain't getting nothing, guaranteed. So, with that being said, a single father of 3, to me, sounds, depends on who's looking at it.
I feel just my little 2 cents quickly. It really depends on like how you got the kid. So for you to be a single father of 3, but you were once married, had 2 by that woman,
right,
was in a committed relationship and had 1 by another woman that it's safe to say that you were very much so in love with.
Right.
It's understandable why you have 3 kids. So a person that doesn't mind or find being with kids attractive, I feel like that's more of a safe space. Like, you're not just randomly out here making babies.
No, I'm not randomly out here planting seeds. No.
So if a father of 6 had, let's say, 2 women that he were in committed relationships with and had 3 each, those relationships didn't work out.
I got a partner right now that was married twice. Had 3.
Exactly.
He had 3 kids by both wives.
Exactly.
So he does have 6 kids.
So if you're divorced twice, yeah, the math is math, and that makes sense. It's not like, oh yeah, that was just one crazy night, or yeah, this is just a shorty
you just
that I was
outside.
just kicking with, and it's like, oh, okay, so you're intentionally.
So what about a man that has 3 kids by 3 different baby mamas?
He could have been in 3
Hold on.
relationships.
Hold on. He was in. Let's just say he was married twice and was in a committed relationship the 3rd time. He got 3 kids, 3 different baby mamas.
I'd be okay with that because you were in a committed relationship at the point these kids came from love. They didn't come from you being reckless or making a mistake.
So what are you okay with? What are you?
That's a good question. What are you okay with, ladies? That's a good question.
Like, no, stop. For that scenario, when you say because he been married twice and was in a committed relationship with a third one, you're okay with his kids being made.
No, I'm okay with his judgment.
Okay, you're okay with his judgment.
Yes.
Okay.
He's not just wham bam, thank you, ma'am, having just casual sex and producing babies out of these casual encounters.
Okay.
You're not taking any preventative measures of making sure that these kids have a home. Not even the fact that you're being in a home, but
Then
just
it's the tensions around making babies.
exactly.
Okay. I respect
trust
that.
his judgment. That'll be it.
Yeah, but it's a no for us, baby girl. You can't bring him home. Yes.
What?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the scenario.
You're gonna have to go take him.
You get on my nerves.
Oh my God. So it's weird because now we'll say this story that every situation is different. I think what women do, and they probably gonna cuss me out for this, but it's the truth. They make exceptions for who they really like.
Mm-hmm.
It's the hard, honest truth.
Thinking they can build a
I know
family.
women right now that say, I'll never date a man with kids
Mm-hmm.
and are so in love, and this man got 2 kids.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I've known a few shorties doing the same thing.
So you make exceptions for who you like.
Yeah.
That's just like, for an example, a woman will post on her social media, men need to stay out of my inbox, blah, 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 whoop de woo.
Mm-hmm.
But if the right person is in your inbox, you ain't gonna say nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Wanna know why? Because you've been waiting on that person to
he's
be
not
in your
the
inbox.
numbers of for the men that need to get out the inbox. The ones that need to get out the inbox is the ones that are already currently in the relationship.
Ones that you don't like. No, the ones
not
that,
an option. You're not available to be an option.
just the ones that you don't like.
I don't know, baby, because some women like men that ain't even an option. Like they could be in a relationship, but since
True.
she like you, I like you though.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck that you like another woman.
They do like men that are light.
Women like men that are doing right by their women.
That's trifling.
That's the hard truth.
That's trifling because you treat her well.
Yeah, because you can see in these.
And I think that's why they like single fathers.
Videos. Right.
Same
Like,
difference.
In a TikTok video saying, "Oh, you so lucky. Oh, you won, sis. Oh, that was me." Bitch, those are backwards comments of saying that I would take your nigga if I could.
Wow.
I would take him because you find that attractive. Another man loving his woman.
He's not gonna love you the same. Sis.
But that single man that's showing himself as a man that can just look good that day, dress really nice, he's not gonna have that same energy in his video because it's nothing justifying him saying that he's about to be a good man to you. Women like examples. They like to see the shit happen.
See an example of who you could be.
Hold on. Stop.
That's why.
So you all are telling me
a single father looks like a great example of a father.
Yes. Damn the fact that you're single and somehow you got single. And maybe how you got single could be not ideal of being in a relationship with this man. It doesn't matter. You're a single father who will do well by your kids.
You will understand that I have kids and I want kids. Like you gotta.
If you're a good father to her babies, it's gonna be a good dad to my baby.
Yeah.
Whether they know already or not.
So it's more so about
understanding.
It's more so about this P word that I always talk about, potential.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good one. Mm-hmm.
But the potential of, in hopes of this person being ABC.
Yeah, got it.
And he could be a great father and bad in relationships. Those are 2 different areas. Bitches won't care. It's like, oh, he's a great father. That's all they heard. He's a great father.
He's good to my kids.
He's gonna be great to my kids.
He's good to my kids.
You don't even know if he's good to my kids.
They can't stand his ass.
No.
I guess what's
those first dates questions be mostly about your children. Tell me if I'm lying. If you go on a first date with a random woman.
That's wild.
I'm not talking about my kids on first date.
But she ain't asked you, oh, you a father, you see him a lot?
I'm telling you, I'm telling you to your face, I'm not talking about my kids on the first date.
But good, that's
like, and that's just more so of
what are you talking about?
I don't want you to fall in love with my kids.
True.
She ain't gonna be falling in love with your kids.
I know.
It's definitely
how you treat them.
It's definitely an option.
It's about the kids to men sometimes.
Because
it ain't about the kids to women. That the fact that you got kids is not about the fact that you got kids.
Women are nurturers by nature. I'm gonna tell you what they do. They come in and try to fill voids that ain't even a void that has to be filled. For an example, the mother of both of my kids, the mothers of all three of my kids are great mothers. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they make my job easy. Shout out to my kids' mom, straight up, for real, for real. But women would try to come in and fill a void that don't even need to be filled.
Right.
You want to go do this, you want to do, I got this for such and such, I got this for Rayshawn, you're trying to feel something. We're going to take it. We're going to take it. But you're trying to feel something that really doesn't even need to be filled. Trust me, it's overfilled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're trying to fill a void. I think they're trying to show you that I can have a place here too.
Yeah.
Like,
And I don't think he's comfortable with those type of changes. Unless he put
Yeah.
you in a place, you ain't finna just make a seat.
women are not concerned about filling voids. We are naturally nurturing. I give you that. But the first thing we want to secure is the man, and then the kids gonna fall in love with us.
No,
regardless.
they think securing the kids is securing the man.
Yeah.
Straight up. Straight up. I'm telling you from
I
experience.
can see how that would happen.
I'm telling you from experience. Like, I've had people just randomly bring my kids gifts because they thought that filling that void for them, even though it's not a void, is securing the bag with me. No, I'm going to take the gift.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? But this ain't something what you brung. No knock. I appreciate it. I love it. But that doesn't mean that we couldn't do it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? My kids got everything that they want, need, desire, think of. You understand what I'm saying? So if you come in and you bring them a pair of shoes, my kids stay with the fly shoes. It wasn't a need. Hey, we appreciate it. But, at the end of the day, that's something that they get on a regular. Is it? If you're doing it from a genuine place, I'm going to know. I'm talking about me.
Yeah.
I'm going to know. If you said,
There
hey,
ain't no way to buy your way in.
right.
Yeah,
Or
that's like-
gesture
I was
your
listening
way
to
Bless
I'm
you.
like, dang, I know some people like they just do stuff.
No.
Maybe gift giving is their love language, and that's how they show love.
Yeah.
Why you ain't give it to me? Why it had to be about my kids?
That's a good point.
I'm just asking. At the end of the day,
But maybe today
why-
we thought of that shit.
Yeah.
about them.
yeah,
Right.
why did you, case in point, you overlooked me. You ain't gave me shit.
Now that's
Hold on, pause. You ain't gave me shit.
Yeah.
You overlooked me and said, hey, I was in the store and thought about, Destiny and Rayshawn. I wanted to give them this.
We got a comment.
Go ahead.
She said, that's so false. It's not filling a void. It's showing I accept you and your package.
But that person just made their post.
At 2:53.
Okay, so now we're going into that. Okay. So sometimes it's not necessarily void filling, but it is, for lack of better words, in my opinion, sometimes putting on a show.
Okay.
Yes, you could be genuinely saying that, hey, I'm showing attention to you and your kids.
Yeah.
But there's also a way of saying, hey, I am willing, like
I
that-
have an
like
interest in
that-
your kid.
that person says. But the reality of it is that a lot of times it ain't what that person said. I can appreciate that,
Mhm.
but a lot of times it ain't that. A lot of times it's them trying to prove a point,
Okay.
saying that, hey, I see this. I'm just trying to show you that I'm all in.
Mhm.
That's still trying to prove a point. It's trying.
I have a question.
Okay.
What if a woman showed no interest in your kid? You got kids and what you got going on with them?
That's
Fine.
your thing.
That's your shit. So at the point she is in good, you feeling her and you're like, hey, I think it's time to introduce me to my kids. Introduce you to my kids. And she like, no, them still your kids. Them still your kids.
I'm
still cool with the dynamic of you having whatever your dynamic with your
Now,
What would you
here's-
say to that?
hold on.
How you
So
feel about that?
here's my thing about it. My thing at the end of the day is that at the beginning, if we're dating and you say, hey, I have no interest in it, and your kids, I'm just focused on you.
Or she just said, I'm cool with how your structure. I ain't got no
Cool.
Yeah.
But in the case of that, we decide that this is what we want to do, and I am ready. I'm gonna sit down with you and say, are you interested in this? Oh, well, no, I'm still just, and then we're gonna cut that. If that's the response, we're
So
gonna cut
what's
that.
the right level amount? Because it sounds like the left side of the spectrum is not good, and the right side of the spectrum isn't good. So what's the right amount of showing just the right amount of interest?
I'm not
in
asking.
kids?
I'm not asking you to show interest in my kid until it's time.
So it's like, okay, don't care about them up until you at the point.
If you
of,
just,
like, are you
I'm not,
interested?
I'm neither here or there with it. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
If you show interest in my kids, long as it ain't at the very, very beginning, like that's weird to me. But if you show interest in my kids, it's cool. If you don't, it's cool.
Mhm.
If we're dating, all right. If we decide that, hey, we want to take this to another level and we're going in the right direction, I really like you and I consider this being something long term, then we need to sit down and reconvene where the kids come in at.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then if you come and tell me that, hey, I'm still good on that, then no, then there's no point of us moving forward.
Right.
Because that sounds like you're not interested in my children at all to
Right.
me.
Right. Right.
But we gotta sit down. That's where the communication comes in at, because we gotta sit down and re look at this thing when I say, or when we say, hey, I really want to be with you long term. Then we need to sit down and see if the kids fit for you. How do they fit? Like, we need to really figure that out, because if you're still on some, I told you I really don't even want to do this part, then we wasting our time.
I got another question.
Okay,
Because we're gonna go through all the questions.
I'm with it.
I did, and then.
Oh, you go ahead.
Hers
Go
is
with
a
her.
statement. She
Yeah.
said, you want a woman to be indifferent until you're ready for them to care. That doesn't make sense.
That's not what I'm saying. I never said that not one time. Here's the reality.
Hold on, wait, she just put something else in. She said, you need to know from day one if the presence of kids are a problem at all or not. Why even allow feelings to get invested?
I agree. I really, really agree. But I'm not talking about my kids on their first dates. Like, if you're gonna ask me, okay, do I have kids? Yes, I have children. Do you see what is the other question that they would probably ask? Could you? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Live
Like,
with you, live with the mom.
right? You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna ask those questions, I'm willing to ask the basic questions about my kids.
Okay.
But after that,
You
I don't have to talk about them no more. You're dating me at this point. You're not dating my children at this point. Now, that's talking about first, second, and really third dates. Like, we're not talking about, you're not dating them. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we are a package deal. That package deal starts when I decide I want to bring my kids in this situation, not from day one, because we went on a date. She said, hold on, what was the first part of what she said? Because I need to go back to that.
You want a woman to be indifferent until you're ready for them to care.
Absolutely. And here's the reason why. I want you to be indifferent, because the reality of it is that I don't know where this relationship is going. It might not be a relationship. It might just be a couple of dates.
Mm-hmm.
So absolutely, yes, I want you to be indifferent. Yes, that's the issue. You want to bring it all in on some dates. I ain't finna bring it all in on some dates with you. Been there, done that. I'm not doing that anymore. You feel what I'm
Would
saying?
you be concerned if she has kids and what her dynamic
If
is?
if she has kids and she decides that she doesn't want to bring them to the forefront, that is totally fine.
Okay.
Because at this point, we're just getting to know.
So say she has that.
What
same
level,
idea.
as that young lady asked her, what level are we on? Because that's important. Because I understand and respect what she's saying, but the level that we're on makes a big difference in what she's saying. Then I'll come back to that.
Say we've been on a date, we done went through 3 dates already, right?
Because just because you're dating doesn't necessarily mean that we're still communicating throughout the weeks. I know people that are serial daters.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to figure out what level we're on. Because serial daters are literally, I'll date you on Friday, right? And I won't talk to you no more than, let's just say, Tuesday or Wednesday of the following week.
Mm-hmm.
And then we talk again, we chop it up. Hey, you want to go out again? You might say, yeah, I ain't got nothing to do. Boom, now we're on the second date. Doesn't necessarily mean that I really want to be with you. It just means that, hey, I just might like your company because you make me laugh. We're having a good time. So we really need to figure out where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about a serial? Not serial.
Yeah.
Are we talking about something serious? Or are we just talking about some dating? Because if we just talking about some dating, no, we better not talk about my kids. I don't want to talk about them. We just dating.
Okay.
So where are we at? You know what I'm saying? Like, now, if we're talking about something that's committed,
Mm-hmm.
something that's real, then yes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's something that we can talk about. And if you have kids, I would prefer you talk about them as well.
Yeah.
But it's to answer her question, and well, not a question, but just kind of come back what she was saying. I need to know where we're at so that can really make sense. You see what I'm saying? But the reality of it is, a lot of people, they want to jump right into that. As a man or a woman, protect your children.
Yeah.
Protect them. We didn't went out on 2 or 3 days, don't necessarily mean it's time for me to talk about them. And it's not time, damn sure ain't time for you to see them. Yes. So I want you to be indifferent until we get to that point. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why would I give you all of me on day one? Why?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
What happens if you get good with the girl, you realize y'all really like each other and all that, and you realize you don't like her kid? Do you nix it at that point, or do you still try?
I think that's what I was curious about. Like, if I dated you three or 4 times, and the 5th day I say, "Hey, I got 4 kids."
But no, I know you have kids. I know from the beginning. But we got into the point of you ready for me to meet them.
Now you meet him and he size you up.
Or after a couple of times meet him, you just realize this kid's personality, because kids are little assholes sometimes. You got a little asshole son. Your son is a little asshole. How do you navigate?
I'm glad you asked that, because here's the weird part about that. As a parent, you know if you got a badass kid, you better know.
Yeah.
You fucking better know. I mean that.
Some people
But the
don't.
reality of it is that a lot of them won't help, but they want it contingent on how they want it. You feel what I'm saying? So you know you need help and you want it. You just don't want it in the way that I want to give it. You feel what I'm saying? So now you put me in a position to where it's like, man, I don't even want to deal. You feel what I'm saying? Because now it's like, oh, you only want me to do it the way you want me to do it. Then to answer your question, me and her go have to have a sit down and say, look, I'm here. I want to help. But you're only allowing me to help the way you want me to help. And I feel like this would be a little bit better if you would just allow me to try it. And let's just say I actually have a relationship with the kid. Like, the kid is bad, but I have a relationship with him, meaning that it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Doesn't take away from the kid be bad. Kid bad as hell.
Yeah.
But I have a relationship with him, and I feel like if I do this would work. But you don't want me to do that. Then we don't have nothing else to talk about when it comes to that kid. Then I'm gonna have to fall back. See, because a lot of times, a lot of women and men, this goes both sides, y'all. I'm not picking on women at all. A lot of times they want you the way they want it. So when kids start to be involved, then they want you to be present the way they want you to be present. If it's anything outside of the way they want you to be present, then don't do it.
But see, they have a right to protect their babies too.
Absolutely. But the reality of it is that when we on that level, because I'm thinking that this is a serious level at this point, then you have to allow me to come in and do whatever it is that I need to do to help this kid be successful. If you feel like I am a great person for this position. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you feel like, how is it that...
So why gotta be solely your position? Like, yeah, say you come in and you're a great father figure and role model for the boys. Yeah, I want to be a part of the disciplinary action.
You should be.
So, yeah.
But I'm saying, like, that's not how it normally goes. It's like, you want me to be there, but then it's like, don't discipline my kids at all.
Yeah, don't talk to him like that.
Yeah. You can't whoop him. You can't talk to him that way.
Method ain't working.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like,
been bad for years.
Right.
You want me to discipline him like you discipline him?
Let's just say
Your
we ain't even
method
talking
ain't
about whooping or nothing. Let's just say, for an example, kid ain't making grades. Let's just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Kid making 60s in school, ain't passing out a motherfucking class. And he's a behavior issue at school. But then when I come home and I take his PS5 and I take all his shit out of his room, that's a fucking problem. I ain't touched the kid, but I'm disciplining him in a way that he ain't never been disciplined or she ain't never been disciplined, and now it's a problem. I can't rock with that.
I understand.
You see what I'm saying? That there's nothing wrong with what I did.
Yeah. I ain't just.
And the kid ain't performing. Peep this. The kid wasn't performing before I got there. So this ain't something that just happened. Kid wasn't performing in school.
That need to be fixed.
You feel what I'm saying? Kid was a behavior issue in school.
Yeah.
So now I done came in. Oh, you like all the good shit I do for him? Oh, I bought the PS5.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Oh, I bought the games. But now it's an issue when I take them away.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's different for me. That's a different dynamic.
And it has to be something different. Like, for example, I have a little cousin that I'm very active in his life. And he was getting bad grades at the start. He just entered high school. He in the 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And all his mom normally tells him, you need to get the grades up, you need to get the grades up, you need to get the grades up. And I changed his login information on his PS4.
Mm-hmm.
So now progress reports came. Now you at a B grade again. That's a difference. And up to this, he done got a C here, D there between middle school, but he never actually had something taken away from him. Only thing that was ever communicated by her and I was that you need to just get these grades up.
Right.
You came home with an F. Talking about you were more focused on the band. So something different needs to happen.
True.
Okay, cool. I'm all the way in Texas, but I got your PlayStation on my phone. Changing the password, you can't log in. You can't do anything. This is it. Your whole subscription is underneath this account, underneath this email. So even making a new one, he can't play his game.
Right.
That created a different type of behavior where he got his grades up. So clearly, if your kid is bad, or we just gonna leave it simple as this, something different has to happen.
And you ain't did it.
And you ain't did it.
And I done brought something to the forefront that has changed the dynamic, and now it's uncomfortable. People don't like change.
Right.
That's what it really comes down to. It's like, but how can you not like change when you're living in dysfunction? This is dysfunctional. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Comfortable in it though.
But it's crazy because kids are a sensitive subject for a lot of people. Understood, especially women. But if it's dysfunction, if your kid is talking back to you and I'm in the crib and I say, man, you don't disrespect your mom that way, but then you get on my ass, because it's like, how is it that you get on me for charging him for doing something towards you? That's dysfunction.
It is.
That's dysfunction. And I'm not going to date a woman that decides to live in dysfunction. I'm not going to do that. And a lot of women would say, oh, where he find them? This is their favorite thing on this podcast. Oh, what type of women he dating, or what type of... This is real life, y'all. And if you be real honest with yourself, you probably one of the ones that done it before. That's just real. You probably the one that told that man, don't you talk to my baby that way. But he's telling them right. So what's the issue? You see what I'm saying? I'm telling them right.
I never know.
So now it goes back to, oh, it's just the way you said it. Oh my God. If we don't get up out of that.
How you said something?
Yeah. If we don't get up out of that shit. Because the reality of it is that you give a damn how I said it. It was right, wasn't it? It was true, wasn't it? It was real, wasn't it? It was authentic, wasn't it?
It just don't gotta be reckless.
Right.
You ain't gonna be the kid with no reckless shit.
Right. But the reality of it is that
But you go sit your ass down. That's what it is.
Don't talk to my baby like that. What do you mean?
What is it? The ass? It's ass.
You done said worse to him, and I didn't watch you do it. So it's okay for you to do it because it's your kid. It's cool when you do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Right. So is dating a single parent a preference? Anyone's preference? Because what you
I think it's
terrorize me.
It depends. It's situational. Like, because everybody parents different. Everybody. You may have
No blueprint in
small
parenting. I've been
similar,
saying that for years.
But everybody parents different. So it depends on that person's parenting style, that person's
That
parenting,
shit
that
sound
person.
trash as fuck.
So maybe like your initial, it's probably not anybody's initial preference. Like, I just gotta have a man with a child already, or I just gotta have a woman with a child already.
But they probably will be more comfortable because of their position or their.
Women are nurturers by nature. I always say this, okay?
You do.
Women like projects.
It's absolutely. Women, they see a single man. Ooh, they love a man with daughters. Love it. You see what I'm saying? No, it's more so of
respect women.
No, and it could be that too. It could be a lot of different things, but women love single men with kids, especially when he's involved, especially when he's active, when he's always supportive. And that's cool. But just know there's a reason why he's single. Know that. Not saying that he did something wrong, not saying none of that, but there's a reason why he's single. What you need to be doing, even though he's attractive, even though you love that he's a great father, you need to figure out why he's at this point.
Yeah.
That's what your sole focus needs to be on. If a woman is dating me, you need to be trying to figure out, how did I get to be a single father of 3? That's what you need to be figuring it out. Not trying to impress me, not trying to impress me by getting through my kids or whatever the case may be. You need to be trying to figure out, how did I get here? And then once you figure that out, if you want to do what you did, whatever.
Know your options.
Right. Don't just love it because of what you see. I tell people all the time, I posted a picture yesterday of me and my baby son. That wasn't for no clout. That wasn't for no attention. I don't give a damn about none of that, first of all. It was more so to just show that, hey, exactly what I mean. When I'm gone, when I die, I'm going to continue to be alive through him and through my oldest son, because their last names will remain the same. My daughter, on the other hand, she might get married or whatever the case may be. But them two, I will always be alive through them. And it just so happened that, hey, we was going to go get some snow cones and someone took the picture. The reality of it is that it's just what it is that the relationship that I have with my kids is the relationship I have with my kids. My relationship with my kids is not predicated on getting no fucking woman. That's going to be what it is. No matter if I ever be with a woman again, that relationship is solid and it's going to continue to remain solid. But the reality of it is that nurturers by nature comes in. A woman looks at a man and he has kids and he's doing it by himself, and she says, I want to help. I want to help you. You see what I'm saying? Like some real nigga shit. What?
Like, women fall in love with fathers, but realize, like, he's a father because he got kids. That ain't your daddy. He's not your father, bitch. How he treats his kids ain't how he gonna treat you. If it is, it's a little weird, ho. Go get your daddy issues fixed.
Spot on.
Real
And
nigga
I'm
shit.
just saying,
And then
because
also,
I see that a lot.
Right.
Maybe that
I
is.
want to
That
agree
could be.
what Britt said to you as far as the levels thing, but she also said no, it's definitely not a preference, because a lot of men out here get with a woman and she becomes his good time girl, while the whole time she wants a future with him.
Good time girl, what the fuck is that? Tell me.
Toy.
You don't have to explain that.
A toy.
Like, you kick it with her, she is who she is, but she, like, you don't ever really want anything with her. You're just having fun with her.
Okay.
And then to earlier when you asked about the level stuff, she said the level doesn't matter. The first couple of days, I wouldn't expect much conversation about kids. However, months later, 6 to 10 months in, a person doesn't want their time wasted, knowing that their actions and relations does impact their kids. I wouldn't want to be 6 months in a relationship for you to decide me and my kid or kids aren't for you, and now have feelings invested.
Well, the reality of it is that that's something that comes with communication. So after about 3 months, I'm trying to figure out where we stand anyway.
I don't think 6 months. 6 months is a long time.
Yeah, 6 months is a long time.
Know
But what
what
I'm
you're
saying,
dating.
well,
Right.
and it actually depends on how the communication is going on. Let's say 3 months does pass by, but we've only went out on two dates in 3 months. Now we talk every day.
Well, then,
Hold on, but we talk every day. We communicate every day, but we've only been on like 2 or 3 dates. Like, yeah, you got women kill me, and it's not talking about Brit at all, but women kill me because now you done went on 2 or 3 dates. 6 months has passed, but you say feelings is involved. How the fuck?
Well, I think she's
No, I'm not talking. That's why I'm saying I'm not talking about this. Really happens though. How the fuck? But what it is because you fell in love with the conversation. You understand what I'm saying?
Companionship.
Yeah. So yeah, I know
in a way.
I know motherfuckers that have been on 1 or 2 days, but y'all talk every day. It's just like the show Catfish. What do you think going on in there? They ain't never seen these people. They've been talking to these people for years. They talking about, I love him, I love her, but you ain't never seen them. You ain't never FaceTime. You ain't never. What the fuck?
Not in
So
2022.
listen, that's going on in 2022.
Yeah.
So it's the
If you
same
can-
concept. It's the same concept.
You can't listen. If you get catfish in 2022,
Well, it's still happening,
you
Black.
wanted to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You didn't want to know the truth.
Black,
You
it's still
didn't
happening. Sis.
care to know the truth.
What they used to say this old
Like
saying,
this- what my mama
conversation
tell me.
rules the nation. Okay, so what's happening is that, not talking about Brit still on this, but this
You
is what's
ain't gotta
happening.
have an
I didn't went out
iPhone or
on.
nothing.
Okay, let's just up it a little bit.
You can
3 months in past. We didn't went out on 5 dates. Okay, but you really feeling me and you really want to be with me. But we only went out on 5 dates and we've been talking majority of this time, been on the phone.
Mhm.
So now you mad because I still ain't brought my kids into the situation.
Oh, we build the communication still.
So, but how
That's
can
it.
you get mad at me because I'm not bringing my kids into the situation? Maybe I'm not comfortable. Yeah, we talk every day, but that's on my pace. My kids is on my pace. That's one area of my life that is dictated solely by me.
Mhm.
You can't dictate the pace that I'm on when it comes to them. Been there, done that. So just because it's 6 to 8 to 10 to a year in, and I still decide that I don't want to bring them to the forefront, that's my choice. That's my choice.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean that I don't like you. That doesn't mean that I don't want to be with you,
Mhm.
but it is saying that that's my choice. My kids are my choice. And you have to respect that. Just like if you had kids, your kids are your choice. It's totally upon you. There's no right or wrong. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no right or wrong if I choose that I want to bring my kids into it or if I don't. I'm not wrong because I choose 6 months into a relationship that I don't want to bring my kids into this.
Mhm.
And I'm not right if I choose that I do.
Mhm.
What it is saying, though, is that I'm not comfortable yet.
Mhm.
And that might take 3 months. That might take 6 months. That might take a year. That is my choice.
Mhm.
Women got to understand that. That's that man's choice. If he don't want to bring you around his kids, that don't mean that he don't want to be with you. That just means he don't want to bring his kids around.
And if it also make you uncomfortable, you don't have to stay.
Absolutely. So respect it.
Mhm.
Respect it.
I think what you said, Black, is the most important part. Like, women tend to be like, "Oh, he don't want to bring his kids around me, so I'm upset." What are you mad for? You can go.
You can leave.
Like, you don't have to. What are you waiting on? Yeah, you like him. You gonna like the next nigga too. Now
Mhm.
what?
Sure will.
That's the thing.
Like
Like,
him, he's still giving him.
he's still
to
giving
you.
everything. He's still giving you. Y'all still
Everything
going
you
out.
need.
Y'all spending time. Y'all doing all of this. So this one area
Mhm.
of his life that he chooses not to open up to you is an issue now. It's an issue now.
Just know eventually he will,
Yeah.
as long as
Yeah.
y'all keep going. But
Keep
But if
going.
you're gonna cause hell about it, go. Like,
Yes.
there's women who literally will, like, I've watched people that I've grown up with cause hell to a dude just because he don't want to involve you in another part of his life. For what?
You know, at any point in time, you
That's
can leave, right?
weird.
Mhm.
You know, at any point in time, you can leave, right? That's exactly what I be saying. You know, at any point in time, you can leave, right? You know, at any point in time, you can leave, right? Do you know that? Do you not understand that? Well, this is the response. Well, I'm not saying I want to leave, but I'm just saying, like, so, you know, when is this? When are you going? When are we going? When I get ready.
Time frame, lady.
When I feel like it's time.
Mhm.
But you pressing me on this don't make it feel like
Absolutely.
Like,
It's really a red flag, low key. You feel what I'm saying? It's really making me take steps back. It's amazing to
like,
me.
Are you the person?
Yeah, it's amazing to me that it's a problem when I don't do it. But then if I do it and it don't work, and then I pull them back, then it's like, oh, I'm sorry on some shit. No, no, absolutely not. There's
You
no,
don't even apologize. That's outrageous.
yeah, there's
Like, you know
no apology in this situation. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm
like
saying?
my baby.
Not when it comes to my kids. But I've always been like that.
Mhm.
So to put it in a synopsis of like how does this, I don't know, DJ roll a video. I guess I need better understanding
Okay,
of
but
what's
before
going on.
I play that, I think it kind of goes into what you were saying earlier a little bit. You said if you're serious about this person, like for real serious, then you'll introduce them. And a lot of women gauge as like, okay, well, if he's introduced me to his kids, that means he's serious.
Nope.
So
But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, because you said it earlier, I was like, okay, how can they think this? Okay, that would be a possible reason. Not saying it really means that you're serious or not, because I see men introduce thousands of women to their kids. They ain't serious about them women. But if you're with a guy who says that and then you don't or you do, then they play with that thought
Yeah.
process when in actuality you should just be indifferent.
I would say for me, if you meet my kids, that's a start. The next level is how they feel about you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the last level is how their moms feel about you. Makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Their moms don't have the final say so at all. That's not what I'm saying.
But it's better to live in peace.
But their opinion matters a little. And I have the final say so in how to cipher through if I allow their feelings to matter. Meaning, case in point, if one of my kids' moms says, I don't really like her because this, I have the final say so to cipher through that to see if it's valid.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And if it's valid, okay, I'll take it in consideration. If I feel like that my kid's mom is just acting silly, then I'm just gonna exile her because I know what she on. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I like to make everybody feel like they're involved. Doesn't mean that their opinion matters.
Right.
The only opinions that matter is mine's and my children's. That's it. Nobody else, not my mama, not my kids' moms, not I don't care who nobody else's opinion matters except them.
Yeah,
that's it. Because at the end of the day, when the smoke clears and the dust settles, we the only ones that really got to deal with that individual. The rest of y'all really don't. But that's also the difference between me and some other men is that I'm controlling the narrative. Like that's how I rock.
Mm-hmm.
So my kid's mom's gonna trust my judgment in those areas. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And know that I'm not gonna have nobody around my kids that's going to harm my kids or misuse my kids. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't have to worry about those areas. But the reality of it is that you also got to ask yourself, as much as you want to be involved, you got to make sure that you can sit at this table. That's what you really need to be worried about. Because they all want to be involved. You understand what I'm saying? They all want to come in and, I really like the way you are with your kid, blah, blah, blah. And all that shit sound good.
Mm-hmm.
But say, this table over here,
yeah,
there's a lot of motherfuckers sit at this table over here. And you better make sure you sitting at this table, you don't get intimidated by the motherfuckers that sit at this table.
That's
the
the majority of the intimidation gonna come from there.
Exactly. That's where it's gonna come from. I got a sister, I got a mama, I got kids' moms, I got best friends, I got a big village. My kids are very well taken care of. Very well. Very, very well.
That's why I would think it wouldn't be the children, it would be that.
Yeah. You need to figure out if you can sit at this table. And do you even have a place at this table? Because they gonna damn sure make you feel like you don't. And can you withstand that storm that you're gonna get hit with? Because that's the way I determine whether you really, if I can rock with you or not.
Yeah.
I'll bring you to this motherfucking table, and if they eat you alive and you don't handle it, I can already answer my own question.
You already know what's going on.
But if you hold on and you stand on your rock and you stand firm, I'm gonna be like, I got me one. We good. We solid over here.
That's good.
You see what I'm saying? So you need to ask yourself, damn, them kids, what are these other folks around here? Can I sit at this table?
Yeah.
Can I sit at the table with them? Dion, what do you mean by sitting at the table? Can you get along with them? Do you get along with them? Can you not let your emotions and ego get involved in this? You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Can you play your role? Ooh, women don't like to hear that part. But the reality of it is there is a role. Everybody has a role.
Everybody got a role.
Everybody got a role. Even I got a role. You see what I'm saying? So can you play that? Do you do well at it?
Mm-hmm.
You so worried about the kids when you need to be worried about sitting at this goddamn table with the mama and the grandmama and all these other folks.
Yep.
Just saying. Something to think about. Where that video at? I need to
say before. Well, you kind of went on a rant.
Say I need to see this video though.
Okay,
I like
so
this.
before we go out, this is just a fun little question. I want to know y'all opinion. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it.
Okay.
On the dating market, Deadbeat fathers have more options than single mothers.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Because you
Of
sit up,
course.
I'll give you an example. You see a man, this is some weak ass women
Yep.
will see a man, even though he doesn't take care of his kids, and by taking care, he's not an active member in this children's life, in these children's life. He's not there, right? And they'll be like, oh, but he has kids. Oh, he took that one photo with the kid on Easter. He picked him up on Christmas, and so that makes him a father. And we'll look at that like, at least he's a good dad. At least he's there. I mean, it's
Don't
fine.
nobody listen to a deadbeat father more than they new naive ass girlfriend.
As girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
She just doesn't understand you.
She keeping my kids for me.
She's just
They are on the porch. What are you
literally
saying?
literally on the porch in front of the Ring doorbell. Please come take your kid. She's not letting him see his son.
The door is in the way.
That girl be going off.
Yeah. You got it, Stu. All right, so the question was, what was it?
Who has more options, deadbeat fathers or single mothers?
Deadbeat fathers.
Go ahead and talk. I'm trying to process
I
this.
would think a deadbeat father would have more options than a single mother because you're not even gonna know about the kid. So he gonna have the options of the single man.
Yeah.
The single mother can't hide them motherfuckers if she want to. Matter of fact, CPS gonna come pick their ass up to try to hide them motherfuckers. So I would say baby boy with the secrets got the options.
And a deadbeat father.
A deadbeat father.
No, deadbeat fathers have more options.
Because it's just single men.
Single mothers, let me tell y'all something. Single mothers don't have a lot of options. Here's the reason why. A lot of men, and they'll never say this publicly, but it's the truth. A lot of men don't like, it ain't the kids that they have an issue with. It's the fact that it's a possibility that there's a dad around. I don't want to compete with that.
Mm-hmm.
Or their insecurities come into play. Y'all still fucking around type shit. You see what I'm saying? These are the type of things that men, they really think about. You understand what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. Women think those things too, but I'm just speaking on the men for this moment. Single mothers have it hard because a lot of times, not only do the actual dads of those children don't want to be involved with them, men that they might find attractive or they might like don't want to be involved with them either.
Right.
So they're screwed both sides around. So now I don't have nobody to help me take care of these kids, nor do I don't even have nobody that want to date me.
Step up.
You feel what I'm saying? So, and a lot of times, a lot of women ain't even looking for help. Women, you all do a great job on being single mothers. I hate the fact that you are single mothers, but you all do a great job at it. But a lot of these men out here, when they see single mother, you want to know what they think? I just want to smash. Straight up.
Do you think age plays into it as well?
Far as
So like if a single
Slim.
mother is like 26 and below or 30 and above, like do you think that men look at that as an aspect too? Like, she's 23, you know, she had a baby when she was 18. I can mess with that versus like,
I don't think
she's 35 and she's a single mom.
I don't think they put even that much.
I
thought
think,
into it.
okay, I will say this. I think an older woman with kids has a better shot than a younger woman with kids.
With little kids.
Right. You see
Yeah.
what
It
I'm saying?
wouldn't be the age she had kids, it'd be the age of the
Of the
children.
kids.
Yeah.
Your
Like,
kid
I'm not,
is,
like-
I can't-
I'm like
That's your
38-year-old Dion is not finna date a 26-year-old woman with 2 kids. Not happening.
Mhm.
Not happening. You don't even get a shot. Now you might get a shot if you're 26 and nothing,
Mhm.
but you're not even getting a shot with 26 with 2.
But if she's like 35 with maybe
But if
like
she's
a
30,
3-year-old and a 4-year-old,
if she's
but they're
30, if she's-
married, then, you know.
A four, a
number-
one and four.
like, let me tell you
Say
something.
one and four.
Numbers do
Let's-
matter.
no,
Hold on,
let's
hold
say
on.
3 and 5.
No. You
3 and
actually need to keep
5.
that number. No. You need to keep that
No,
number.
well, I originally said 3 and 4, like she had them back to back.
Hold on. 35. Let's just say 35 with a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Okay.
I'm looking at you like, okay, where's the fathers? Or
Maybe-
was the father? Because
let's say
you just you got a 2-year-old.
I'm not even
You got a
married
2-year-old.
I'm not even gonna see you.
Like I'm like when a woman,
You
I
ain't
got
even an
a
option for me. I ain't even see
yeah,
you.
like I got a 3-year-old, and I'm not tripping on if a woman wants to date me and she asked me where's the kid's mom. I totally understand why she's asking that. I'm not offended not one bit. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I am not offended because I understand that 3 years ago wasn't long ago. Well, he's actually about to be 4, but whatever. 3 years ago wasn't long ago. So I totally understand if you wanted to, you know what I'm saying, ask me, hey,
Yeah.
what happened with that situation? But if you 26, first of all, your babies ain't gonna be that old. First of all, so if you 26 and you got a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, bro, we ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got absolutely nothing to talk about because that's just. I mean, you had your first baby. That's just
Your
your first.
judgment is a
Your
little.
judgment is a little questionable.
Yeah, you got one at 21. Then you back door and had another one at like 23, something like that. So 24, something like we ain't got nothing to talk about.
They little
Like,
too.
and they little.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
No.
saying? And don't get me wrong, I got a little one, but
No.
like your likelihood is like you. And then when them kids get older, you're gonna want to hit the streets. So I'm thinking way ahead of time. That's the way I think, though. I think about that no matter who I'm with.
These kids
So
in
like
your
you,
20s.
yeah, when you hit 36, you're gonna be ready to hit the streets again because you never had a life.
Yeah.
So then what you gonna do? Leave me with these kids? You got
they
me
16,
fucked
they
up.
can
No, what I'm saying is, what if I decided that I wanted to be with you on that level and we get married or whatever? Now you want to sow your raw lows again because you really didn't have that time to really go out there and kick it.
True.
So nah, we straight. Nah, we
Dang,
straight.
it's a lot. It's a lot
No.
to determine, but it's genuinely a no.
No. So and then now the 35-year-old
Deal
woman,
breaker.
if a 35-year-old woman come around and she got an 8-year-old and a 12-year-old, we might got something to talk about.
Okay, same scenario, but they got one kid. So the 26-year-old has a 4 or 5-year-old. The 35-year-old has a 4 or 5. Same scenarios, or is it a little different when it's like one kid?
The 26 year, the 20, the
5-year-old.
25, 26-year-old still, for me, I'm 38. That's still tight for me. Like I know that daddy around somewhere. I'm just thinking. You know what I'm saying? I
Or
know
he got
he'll-
time to come back.
Yeah, he got time to come back too.
Like she's still
Like-
young.
Like,
Yeah.
and he'll spin a block.
Yeah.
The likelihood
he's
of him
growing
coming
up
back in your 30s though, if he gone, he probably gonna stay gone. You feel what I'm saying? Versus when you're in your 20s, yeah, he definitely gonna spin the block when he mature. He gonna try to come back. Not saying he want to be with you, but he's coming back.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
He gonna
So
try to do the family thing.
yeah,
You
so
know,
I'm
everybody
not.
go through that. Let me try to be a family.
Yeah, I'm
clean up
not.
his little mess.
Yeah, he gonna try to make shit right. If he's a mature young man, he gonna try to come back around and make that right.
Yeah.
So no, I can't do that either. It's gonna always the age. Whew, age makes a difference. This is totally off. Well, it's not off subject, but it's on subject, but it's off. If I had a choice, I would prefer to date a woman with younger kids. Here's the reason why. Because if I got to be involved in their life, I got an opportunity to put a stamp on it. But if your kid's 15, 16, 17 years old, they already, whatever it is, they going to be. I can't go in there I can go in there and help, but I ain't going to put no stamp on it. What they are is what they are. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would like to make an impact on a kid's life, and I would like to start that early versus starting that late.
Yeah.
Now, some kids are just great kids. You understand what I'm saying? So those kids are an exception to the rule. Like you got a 16-year-old, and I know that 16-year-old, like there's just an exception to the rule. You feel what I'm saying? Like some kids are just great kids. But if you got a 16, 17-year-old and they was already on the fence, I ain't trying to come in there and fill them voids because I don't want to do this, especially not with no kid. You feel what I'm
I
saying?
agree with that, man.
And I feel like that's just a lot of work to have to fight with a kid and try to battle with his mom and possibly have to battle with his dad, like, or her dad. Like, I'm just,
Y'all want me here or not?
and I'm not, hey, hats off to any man that's taking care of, or being a stepfather to somebody else's kids and the father is still around. Like, hats off to y'all, man. Y'all got it. Y'all better than me. Y'all better than me.
I had got my stepdad that my mom was married to at 11. I was like, 11 or 6th grade. You 11 or 6th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So So I was in the 6th grade. I do remember that specifically when my stepdad came in my life, and I was already a handful. I already had a certain way of thinking.
Absolutely.
I already had a certain way of wanting to handle him.
Mm-hmm.
And with that understanding of things, he used to always say there was just me and my mama against the world, and it was. So it's like, nigga, who are you? And that's at 11. So coming in with like some 16 to 17-year-old that actually had their mama that length of time, it really was them and their mama against the world, all of their world. You is bumping heads the whole time, because I gotta make room for you.
Right.
And you trying to raise me now, nigga, I'm already raised.
Like I couldn't, I'm 38 now. I could never see myself dating a woman that I ain't gonna say I couldn't never,
Got a 13, 14, 15.
No,
Woo.
got a 16, 17, and the father is around. I just feel like I'm gonna be every day trying to prove myself, and I'm not gonna do that. She would have to make me feel super comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, she would have to make sure that, hey, I got you on this end. I'm backing you. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Other than that, I don't even think we got nothing to talk about. And I'm not discriminating. It's just like, I ain't up for the fight.
Yeah.
Dion ain't
You
up
need
for
a
the
secure spot.
Dion ain't up for the challenge.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna even stand in front with you and make it seem like I am.
That though, 'cause I can't.
And I would be honest with you with that up front if we were dating. I'm gonna be like, I mean, I ain't know your child either. Oh no.
Any closing thoughts? Man, I feel like you gotta know. You gotta get in your pool, right? And I feel like, you know, cause you do. Like, you can't just think you can date anyone. You have a pool of people that's good for you, right? Got your same understanding, mentality, financial, kid understanding. It's a pool for you. So you gotta know your stats for you to get in your pool. My pool don't got no kids. It's an adult only swim.
Adult swim.
Yeah. Yeah, we like fur babies. We like fur babies. We like freedom. Barely.
They lock me down too.
This they last time.
As soon as I leave here, I gotta go walk mine.
This they last time. We ain't gonna get another set of fur babies neither. But my closing thoughts is find your pool and be okay with your pool. You know, like, I wouldn't try to convince somebody. If they want a kid, that's your option. You know, if you have kids, that's your option. Mine personally is a no. This vessel is closed. I get you whatever you want, love, long as you don't.
Final thoughts is that we all know that the pool is tricky. I totally am aware of that.
I don't even know what your pool look like. That I ain't know.
I don't have a pool.
Your goddamn pool. You
I don't
take
have a
everything
pool.
out that motherfucker.
I don't have a pool. I eliminate everything quick.
That bitch just,
So ain't a lot of people in my
that be a
pool.
hole. It got a ladder.
Yeah,
no
it's
water.
not.
A bath too.
And actually, my pool is really empty right now because it's fall.
That bitch say no.
We
no
cleaning
swim.
the pool out.
No swim.
You understand me? So the reality of it is that I've learned that getting an understanding up front matters.
Right.
So it's one of those situations like know what you want from the jump. If kids ain't your preference, then don't date a person with kids. Stop trying to experiment.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Stop trying to experiment. Well, I really didn't want to date nobody with kids, but no, if you didn't want to date nobody with kids, then don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, let that be the lesson. Is don't go out of your comfort zone. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. If it didn't succeed the first time, why try it again?
Right.
Talking about specifically dating, because I know in other things in life you can keep trying and it works. But no, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane with this thing called life, and stand on it. Stop giving people chances that you know is going against what you probably believe. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to them. And last but not least, respect a person's boundaries when it comes to their children. Understand that their boundaries are there for a reason. You might not know the reason, but I promise you, wholeheartedly, coming from experience, that their boundaries are there for a reason and a purpose.
Mhm.
And it's up to them whether they want to be comfortable with telling you whatever that reason and that purpose is in time. But don't rush them.
Mhm.
Don't rush them, because the reality of it is they're doing the best, what they think the best is for their children. And you have to respect a person that's doing that no matter what.
Respect that.
So that's all I got.
That's the beast.
All right.
And I'm Blaq.
We out.
See you next time.
Peace out.